my dad was a Reformed a pastor. Two of my brother-in-laws are Reformed pastors. Their families, my parents, were such examples to me. I don't for a moment doubt that they are in that great cloud of witnesses that Paul talks about in Hebrews chapter 12. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out before us, looking unto Jesus Christ, the author and the perfecter of our faith. As I said yesterday when we were praying together with some of your elders and some of the brothers late at night, if we look at Jesus Christ, we are going to be humble because we're going to see our lives in light of the crystal Christ, the paragon of virtue. If we turn our back on the Lord Jesus Christ, then I'm going to see, I'm going to look at Francis and say, you know, Francis, you're behind me on this path. You know, I've progressed on this path, and I'm going to start judging you. And that kind of fracture, that kind of fissure is absolutely outside the bounds of what Christ calls us to do. This is the story, you know, we're leading up 4 weeks to the celebration of Pascha, you know, and this is the great celebration because it envelops the resurrection of Jesus Christ, which is the capstone, the arch of Christianity. Well, what is the first week that prepares us for that? Well, it is the publican and the Pharisee. The Pharisee, if he's facing Jesus Christ, sees his own inadequacies. The moment he turns around, he starts looking at the publican, then he says, he's got his back now towards Jesus, by the way, and now he's facing the publican and he says, boy, what a wretch that publican is. He's starting to judge the other person. So I think in humility we have to continue facing the Lord Jesus Christ. And then through these kinds of discussions, and I appreciate that so much about you, Francis, you're willing to discuss, you're not pompous or prideful. I've never seen you in that light at all. I've seen you as a humble Christian that wants to learn. I hope that I can exemplify those traits as well. I'm often labeled as the Bible answer man. Truthfully, I took over a ministry and a program that had a Bible Answer Man broadcast, and I then became the host of the Bible Answer Man broadcast. But people see me sort of as the authority, but I'm not the authority. There's so many things that I go back now and look at and say, I wish I would have answered that question in light of how the fathers answered that question.